Hello aspirants and welcome again to Legacy IAS Academy. In this lecture, we will be discussing the Pakistan-Turkey nexus and where does India stand on all of this. So why is this important? See, India and Pakistan are presently in a conflict. Remember that we have taken certain counter-terrorist measures against the terrorist organization, subsequent to which Pakistan had waged war against India when it attacked civilians. And not just that, it didn't stop there, it further tried to attack the Indian military bases. Now we all know, in fact the entire world knows, that when India and Pakistan are at loggerheads, there is only going to be one winner, that is India. However, Pakistan will try to garner support from different countries. One big country can be China. The other could have been USA, but USA has already made a statement that it has nothing to do with this conflict. It cannot intervene directly or side Pakistan. So it has completely, very clearly said that there's no support coming from USA in this case. However, there can be other countries, specifically we are talking about Turkey, which can probably side with Pakistan, may not directly be involved in the attempt of Pakistan to attack India, but is actually probably playing a very big role. We'll see why we are stating that, and we'll also see why and how this nexus exists in present day. So let's get started. What is the news all about? So basically on Thursday, Friday means the Thursday night or the wee hours of Friday, what happened is India had repulsed a massive Pakistani drone attack. So Pakistan basically tried to attack the Indian military bases and tried to carry out attacks via drones. However, India thwarted any such attempt of Pakistan. Now, we did thwart all the attempts at all the locations. That is something that is we managed to achieve. However, one important thing comes from here is that the 300 plus Pakistani drones that were used by Pakistan likely came from Turkey. Now that is a problem. Why? Because here you can see the involvement of Turkey. Now, there is a possibility that these drones might have been purchased previously and now being used against India. However, there are reports which suggest that transportation or trade has taken place in the ships in certain quantity, and probably those were arms and ammunitions or military equipment. It was a military trade. However, Turkey has denied that. So anyway, that is a separate thing altogether. We'll discuss more about this and understand why there exists a Turkey-Pakistan nexus. So, if you look at it, now also Turkey is standing true to this partnership. How? When India carried out Operation Sindoor, which was an anti-terrorist measure or the measure against terrorism, a lot of nations came forward in support of India. USA said that Israel said that it's a right of India to defend. USA has also not sided with Pakistan. There are other countries that are supporting India. Ex-Prime Minister of British supported India. So there is a lot of support coming from India, and rightly so. Even from West Asia, the support is coming. However, there is one ally of Pakistan in West Asia, that is Turkey, that has explicitly condemned Operation Sindoor. So even the other West Asian countries are not condemning it. In fact, they are talking about it is India's right to defend itself. But what does Turkey say? Turkey says that it condemns Operation Sindoor, is what Turkey has said. Again, sort of restoring the nexus which is there, and again siding from Pakistan's side. Right? Now, other Gulf countries, if we talk about, have they taken Pakistan's side or have they condemned India's Operation Sindoor? Absolutely not. They have not only refrained from backing Pakistan, but they have also shown greater sensitivity towards India's position and India's position on Kashmir, as well as the terrorist attack that took place in Pahalgam. So they have shown sensitivity towards India, but Turkey has not done that. So we'll understand why is that the case. What are Turkey's interests in Pakistan? Let's try to understand. The very first thing is the shared Islamic identity. Now this is there with respect to other West Asian countries as well, but there will be multiple more factors as well. So the very first thing is the shared Islamic identity. Both are Islamic countries, as a result of which share brotherhood, fraternity, etc. can be talked about over here. Right, so that is absolutely clear. Now moving ahead, we also see that Turkey and Pakistan were together in certain groupings in the past. For example, the Central Treaty Organization, the Regional Cooperation Development. So they have been part of regional groupings. They have been part of international small groupings that have been existing previously. So that is one thing. Now, more importantly, very recently, if you talk about more recent than these organizations, is the rise of Recep Tayyip Erdogan. So you can see this gentleman, Recep Tayyip Erdogan. Since his rise, there have been more strong bond between Pakistan and Turkey. Now, why is that the case? Because this gentleman came with the concept of political Islamism. What is that concept? Political Islamism means spreading Islam to the political ties among similar ideological countries, as a result of which, and in Pakistan also being an Islamic state basically, right? A state which has a state religion. So it's a Muslim country, it's an Islamic country. So here you can see the bond is now going to get stronger after Recep Tayyip Erdogan rose again to power. Now, the nexus which you can see over here is geopolitically also quite strong. So what has happened is Turkey with Qatar is basically locked in competition with its Arab rivals. That means what? Turkey is sort of standing its ground against various West Asian allies or various allies of the Gulf region. Right? So all these Gulf Arab rivals of Turkey are Muslim population, Muslim dominated countries or Islamic countries. So Turkey is not getting support from there. So Turkey would want to look for a support from an Islamic country somewhere, and Pakistan becomes one such country. Right? So clear, Pakistan becomes one such country. Moving ahead, to curb the Saudi Emirates influence, Ankara has looked to alternative architectures of cooperation with non-Gulf Muslim countries, is what I was saying, that since these Muslim countries are not supporting, let us look at some other Muslim countries that will support, and Pakistan is one such Muslim country. Now let us understand what are Pakistan's interests in Turkey. So when it comes to Pakistan's interest in Turkey, Turkey has time and again supported Pakistan over the Kashmir issue. In fact, Kashmir is not even an issue. It is simply a territory which is the sovereign territory of India. There is no doubt about it. However, Pakistan every time try to create the issue, bring in the issue of Kashmir, internationalize it, and whenever Pakistan has done that, Turkey has consistently and strongly expressed its support on Kashmir for Pakistan without any basis, of course, because there is mutual interest in each other. Not just that, when it comes to the defense sector, Pakistan has benefited a lot over here. Why? Because Turkey is basically exporting arms or defense equipment to Pakistan, and for Pakistan, Turkey is the second largest exporter of defense equipment to Pakistan, only after China. China is the first. After China, it is Turkey. So by 2020, Turkey had become Pakistan's second largest arms supplier after China. So after China, it is Turkey that is supplying highest number of arms to Pakistan. Again, a benefit or an interest for Pakistan in Turkey. Right. Now let us understand what this relationship means for India. Now, of course, it's very clear that Turkey's support on Kashmir for Pakistan has always been an irritant for India. There is no doubt about it. However, because of that, India has also adjusted its own geopolitical partnership to counter Pakistan-Turkey nexus. So as we were seeing, the entire West Asia or the Gulf countries, the Arab countries are against Turkey, and India is actually having good relationships with these countries. Right? Not just because they are Turkey's opponents, but because India has a good name in the entire world. Of course, there are enemies who will never take India to be good, but if you have a neutral country, or a country who's open to understanding things, what is happening, then India is on good terms at such countries. So India is now also on good terms with a lot of West Asian, Arab and Emirates countries, as a result of which sharing bonds with them and can force the alliance in order to counter the Pakistan-Turkey nexus that is over here. Further, India has also consistently supported and engaged Greece-backed Republic of Cyprus. Now, what is this all about? So, this is Cyprus over here. There is a Cyprus issue that is ongoing. So, what is that Cyprus issue? Cyprus is close to Turkey, and here is Greece. Now, what is happening is Cyprus wants to be independent. There is also a fight for independence going on. Now, Greece is backing Cyprus, but Turkey wants to sort of annex it and make it a part of itself. So, India is doing what? It is backing Greece-backed Republic Cyprus against Turkey-backed Cyprus. So, here what India is doing is supporting Greece, not Turkey. So this is how we are responding. And again, understand, this is not in response to what they are doing in Kashmir. India actually does things that are right. So since this is right, that is why we are saying that India has always done that only. Even now, when we know that the relationship of Israel and India is developing, getting stronger, but at the same time, India's stance have been on a two-nation theory for Israel and Palestine as well. So India has always stood for the right. It is not a retaliation, but doing what the right thing is to be done. Moving ahead, the planned India-Middle East-Europe economic corridor, which is going to come up, India is involved in that. It is going to completely bypass Turkey. So this is again any benefit. Now Turkey should have been the logical partner in this, but India is avoiding Turkey over here. In fact, the entire countries are avoiding Turkey. Let us see how. So this corridor starts from here, and then you have UAE involved, then you have Saudi Arabia involved, right? You have Israel involved, and you have Greece involved, and very beautifully India has bypassed Turkey altogether, and as a result of which Turkey is not going to get any benefit when it comes to the India, Middle East, Europe economic corridor. So this is how India has cornered Turkey, at the same time is hitting Turkey economically. So it's high time for Turkey to actually choose its allies properly and should not make an enemy out of India and should not support Pakistan at the expense of India. Thank you.